This is Unit 11, Lesson C. We're multiplying polynomials. After this lesson, you should be able to multiply a polynomial by a polynomial. So there's a couple steps that we go through. First, identify the terms in the first polynomial. So remember, terms are where you have it separated by a plus or a minus. So when we want to look for the terms, we're going to go for how many terms are in the first polynomial. Distribute each term to the second polynomial separately. We like to call this super distribute. Combine like terms, write in standard form. Remember, standard form is where it's in order from least to greatest for your exponents. You can pause the video now if you need more time to write down the notes. We're going to go to problem number 1. Problem number 1. My first polynomial is x minus 3. My first term is x, and my second term is negative 3. We are only going to focus on the first term right now. So I'm going to cover up this negative 3. The way this problem now reads is we have x times x plus 2. So we multiply. X times x, well, I'm multiplying, so I add the exponents to get x squared. X times 2, I get plus 2x. Now what happens is I'm no longer hiding the 3, I'm now going to hide the x. I now multiply the negative 3. We're distributing the second term. That's why we call it super distribute. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3 times 2, negative 6. Our last step is to combine like terms. My highest exponent, check for a like term, put it in the answer. My next highest exponent, check for like terms, combine them. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Their last name is x. I don't add my exponents because I'm not multiplying on this step. And then my constant, hey, it goes straight to the answer. This is your final answer for example 1. Notice you don't have to have the 1 right here. It's correct if it's just negative x minus 6. But you can also just have the 1. Either way, totally correct. Pause the video now to try example 2 on your own. Press play to go over your answer. I'm going to cover it up. Second term, distribute the first. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. Again, we're multiplying, so we add the exponents. 3x times 1 is positive 3x. Now, we're going to go ahead and cover up the other guy. We're going to distribute the second term. 4 times 2x is positive 8x. 4 times 1 is positive 4. Now we're going to combine like terms. Highest exponent, check for a like term, put it in the answer. Next highest exponent, check for a like term, combine them. 3 plus 8 is 11, and then x is their last name. I don't add the exponents because I'm not multiplying. And then the 4, hey you guys, I want to hang out. So we put it right in the answer. 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. Final answer. Pause the video now as you try this clicker question. Press play to go over your answer. Take a look at the answers. 5x times 4x is 20x squared. 5x times 3 is 15x. Negative 7 times 4 is negative 28. X goes with it. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. Highest exponent, write it first. All of them have it. Next highest exponent, check for like term, combine it. 15 minus 28 is negative 13x. And that's why B is our answer. And of course, negative 21 goes straight to the answer. We're going to take a look at number 3. What you notice here, go ahead, super distribute. Play the video when you're ready to go over it. All right, let's take a look. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. Next one, negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Highest exponent, no like terms, answer count. Next highest exponent, next highest, 2 minus 2 is 0x. Then we have our minus 4. Now notice, do we waste our time with zeros? No! So our answer is x squared minus 4. Pause the video now as you try example 4. Press play to go over your answer. Pause the video. Don't be lazy. Pause it. Dr. You. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 5 is 20x. Negative 5 times 4x is negative 20x. Negative 5 times 5 is negative 25. Highest exponent, straight to the answer. Next highest, combined, 20 minus 20 is 0x. And of course, we have our negative 25 at the end. We don't waste our time with 0. 16x squared minus 25. Now, if you notice, look at the original problem. They're the exact same thing, except this part is different. Whenever you have the exact same thing with a plus and a minus, the middle term disappears. Just like on example 3, it was the exact same thing, an x and a 2, but one was minus, one was plus. And that's, again, why the middle term disappears. Pause the video now as you try this clicker question. Press play to go over your answer. So we take a look. 4x squared. I know my middles are going to cancel. Minus 100. And that answer is A. So we're going to talk about example 5. What you might notice is the difference is I now have 3 terms over here. But the process is still the same. I'm going to go ahead and look at the first parentheses, cover up the other term, distribute the x. X times 5 is 5x. X times 3x is 3x squared. Remember, we're multiplying, so we add the exponents. X times negative x squared is negative x to the 3rd power. Now I'm going to go ahead and distribute the other one. That's why it's called super distributing. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. And negative 2 times negative x squared is positive 2x squared. We always start with our highest exponent. Check for a like term. No like terms, put it straight to answer count. Next highest exponent, I have a like term. 3 plus 2 is 5x squared. Again, we don't change the exponent because we're not multiplying. Negative 6x and 5x. 5 minus 6 is negative 1x. And then, of course, we have our negative 10. Here is our final answer for example 5. Pause video now as you try example 6. Press play to go over your answer. Distribute the 5x times x squared is 5x to the 3rd. 5x times 7x, 35x squared. 5x times negative 5, negative 25x. I'm going to move that over. Got a little more room. Now I'm doing the negative 2. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times 7x is negative 14x. Negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. Highest exponent, check for like terms, answer. Next highest exponent, check for like terms, 35 minus 2 is positive 33x squared. Next highest, check for like term, negative 25 minus 14 is negative 39x. And of course our 10, what's up? It goes right to our answer. Final answer for example 6. Pause the video now as you try this clicker question. Press play to go over your answer. Take a look. Should have gotten 6x cubed minus 9x squared. Check your work, minus 6x. Distributing the negative 4, you should have gotten negative 8x squared plus 12x plus 8. Now that we're there, highest exponent goes first. Next highest exponent, combined, should have gotten negative 17x squared. Then, of course, combine negative 6 and 12 to make positive 6, and that's why our answer is D. Pause the video now as you try this clicker question. Press play to go over your answer. The trickiest part about this one is I could super distribute it, where I take the first term over 8x cubed, first term over negative 20x squared. I could then do the middle term. That would give me negative 6x squared, positive 15x, and then I could do the last term. That gives me negative, sorry about that, 2x, and positive 5. Highest exponent, 8x to the third, should be my first part. Then I have my x squared terms. They make negative 26, so that's why our answer is C. Finish it out. I could have also done my x's. 15 minus 2 is 13, and of course the 5. And here's the deal. That's because I distributed the first to the second. But watch this. I could have done it the other way. I could have also taken this and distributed it this way. That would have given me 8x cubed minus 6x squared minus 2x, and then distributed this one and gotten negative 20x squared plus 15x plus 5. Notice you get the exact same answer. Highest exponent, next highest, negative 26, that's why our answer is C. And of course here we still get 13 and we still have 5. So notice I get the same answer. You don't have to go from the first to the second. You could go from the second to the first. It doesn't make a difference. It's however works best for your brain. This brings us to the next question. These ones are a little crazy, but no worries. I totally know you can do it. So we take this, the area of the rectangle is base times height. That's not an H. Length times width. My width is this long y's. My length is this tall y's. So I take this and I multiply it by this. 4x minus 5y times 2x plus 3y. Notice I'm doing the same thing. Things get a little different. 4x times 2x is 8x, add the exponents, squared. 4x times 3y is where things get a little different. 4 times 3 we know is 12. X and y hang out next to each other. X is first because it's first in the alphabet. Same thing here. Negative 5y times 2x, and we know we get negative 10, and the x and y hang out together. Negative 5y times 3y is negative 15. Y times y is y squared. Final step, combine your like terms in the middle because they both have an x and a y. 12 minus 10 is positive 2xy. Your other terms, go ahead and drop them down. And there you have it, is your final answer for example 7. Pause the video now as you try this example 8. Press play to go over your answer. Pause it. So we multiply. First term, 8x squared plus 18xy. Negative 8 multiplied, negative 32 xy, and negative 72y squared. Combine your middle terms. 18 minus 32. I'm going to go ahead and do that up here. 32 minus 18. I'm going to borrow from here. I'm going to get a 2, carry the 1. 12 minus 8 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 4. We know it's negative. So I get negative 14xy. Drop the other ones down. 8x squared. And my negative 72y squared. There is your final answer. This brings us to the end of lesson C. Go ahead and begin working on your worksheet. Raise your hand if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.